Korn Chatikavanij is Thailand's finance minister. He joins us on the line from Bangkok. Korn, always good to have you on the show. PM Abhisit says the situation is normal. Is there a chance the government could be underestimating the power struggle?
Frankly, I don't think that we could, not the Prime Minister or anybody else, could call what's happening exactly normal. So the term is always relative. But there are, about 80,000 protesters who are gathered at the moment in support of ex-Prime Minister Thaksin. And they are indeed calling for Parliament to be dissolved. The situation is normal to the extent that we believe that we have it under control.
Is there a threat the protesters could seize the airport and government buildings? You've said before that any unrest that hurts investor confidence may disrupt the recovery.
It's true. The protesters have so far verbally gave assurances that, they would not go anywhere near the airport. In any case, we are not taking that for granted, and we've prepared all measures necessary to make sure that the taking over the airport cannot occur. So I don't think anybody has to be concerned about that at all. Of course, we are concerned. I am particularly concerned that images of what is going on in Bangkok will, derail at least temporarily the very strong recovery so far that we've seen in our economy. But that's part of the price you pay for trying to develop democracy, and I guess we could philosophically look at it as growing pains.
Korn, under what circumstances would the government call for a state of emergency in the capital?
If ever we felt that there was a genuine threat to the lives and properties of our citizens, then we have always said that we will use all legal measures within our powers to make sure that they are protected. And I guess that's the context in which we would consider potentially exercising emergency decree.
I want to take a look at the economy. 5.8% expansion in the quarter to December. That's after shrinking for 4 consecutive quarters. How's it looking for the quarters ahead?
Looking great. As you say, we've had very good quarter-on-quarter growth. The year-on-year number in the fourth quarter was way better than even the optimists anticipated. So that overall contraction last year was only 2.3% against, frankly, worst-case scenarios that were being talked about of something closer to 8 or 9% decline. Fourth quarter, definitely the momentum is being maintained. We're anticipating probably almost certainly over 5% year-on-year improvement in the first quarter as compared to last year. Barring disruptions or major disruptions, there's nothing to stop us from doing very well from here on.
So growth looking pretty solid at the moment. How about rates? Malaysia raised rates recently, second after Vietnam. When will Thailand hike rates? How soon is the foreseeable future, as you put it?
Well, that's the Bank of Thailand's decision as an independent from me, the Ministry of Finance. The signals that they had a meeting last week and they decided to maintain current rates, but they have sent out frankly very clear signals that the time for a slight uptick in rates is due. As to exactly when that would be, they have a meeting of the monetary policy every 6 weeks or so. So it's not going to be for another 6 weeks. Whether it's in 6 weeks' time or not is really up to economic conditions at that time and up to their decision. Nevertheless, whether they do it or not, frankly speaking, rates are still at historically low. I think if there is a movement, it will be a marginal movement only, and I don't think it would have an impact on economic growth, but probably is a signal that the central bank is beginning to have an eye on potential impact of growth on inflation.
Korn, I want to jump in here. Malaysian Central Bank Governor says she's concerned about financial imbalances. Any such concern on your part?
Not in Thailand. I mean, we have so far been conservative to the extent, for example, that the increase in our national debt has been entirely domestic. Of course, all Asian countries are somewhat, I guess, arguably overly dependent upon the international trade and exports. But all of our countries have been trying to stimulate domestic demand, mostly successfully. So any imbalances that exist, we have been making successful efforts in trying to even out.
Korn Chatikavanij, Thai Finance Minister, thank you so much for your time.